All right, so we got two different box plots that we're going to analyze in this question. Mr. Bunsen had students grow the same type of plants in two different rooms to test the growing conditions. So he had room 7D and room 7G. The box plot shows the height of all the plants after 3 weeks. So what I've got here underneath here is a bunch of different questions. So there's a bunch of different questions here. And we're going to drag it either true or false. So let's look at the first one. Room SG has the tallest plant. So we know the end of our stem is the maximum. So SG has a plant of 20 and SD is a plant of 14 or of 18. So that one is true. SG ended up growing the tallest plant. SG has greater median height. Well, the median is the line in the middle of our box. And if you look at those for both of the rooms, that's the same number. They're both 12. So SG is not greater than SD. That one's false. All right, 50% in SG are between 8 and 14. And what you all should understand is the box itself represents 50%. If we take any two pieces, we're looking at 50%. So let's look at SG. Let's look between 8 and 14. We're not really capturing a box there. We can't safely say that's 50. If we were saying 10 to 16, that's 50%. So I'm going to go with false on this one as well. Okay, 75% of SG plants are shorter than 12 inches. So we should know each part of a box plot represents a fourth. So you got 1/4, 2/4, 3/4, which is 75%. So 75% of SG plants are shorter than 12. No, we have a median is at 12, so that means 50% are shorter. That one's going in the false category. 75% of SD plants are 8 inches or taller. So let's look at SD plants. So we have our first 1/4 right here. It does hit 8, and then everything else is above 8. So that means 75% is in the 8 or taller group. Room 7D has the shortest and tallest plants. So let's look at 7D. We have the shortest plant in 7D at 5, but the tallest plant we already talked about in another question, that belongs to the 7G group. So that one is false. Now let's look at 50% in 7D are between 8 and 14. So let's look at 7D. We have our box. It starts at 8 and our box ends at 14, and that box represents 50%. So that one is true. Median heights are equal. We talked about this already. The median is at 12, and they are equal to each other in both of the graphs. So that one's true. And that's our last question. So hopefully you understood why each of those were put in each category. If you don't, review where they were placed and review the grid again.